back to Trade Price Cars TV with me, Zach. Today we are here to see if the Vauxhall Astra, the new look Vauxhall Astra, has actually done enough with its sort of new they've got on the outside, some bits on the inside, to beat the staple, which is the Ford Focus. So let's have a look on the inside of the Astra. So the good news is that the changes that have been made have improved the inside of this thing, which is what you want from when you make tweaks to a new car. The steering wheel's a little bit more sporty and makes it look a little bit nicer, and on the whole this isn't that hard plastic that we see in cars from the 90s. It's actually got a little bit of a softer texture to it, and then there's some sort of little bit metallic sort of detailing here as well, with this sort of plasticky shine, which actually looks really quite nice. And considering you're only in an Astra, they've made it look aesthetically pleasing in here. The infotainment system is inbuilt with sat nav in there as well, which again is a must-have. But on the whole, it's actually quite a nice place to be, which means Astra have improved from the last one. But let's go over into the Focus. Now, I've always been a bit of a Focus man, to tell the truth. I owned a Focus, and this is really nice. This is a titanium model, and this is a 15 plate, which means we haven't got the infotainment system that's way back in the dash. We've actually got a more updated screen that's bigger here with sat nav, and it's actually quite nice. Now, similar to Vauxhall, they've got quite a spongy sort of textured feel here. It's not the hard plastic that we hate in a car. So Vauxhall are kind of level pegging in terms of the interior of this. Ford, the steering wheels aren't exactly great. I actually prefer the steering wheel over there in the Vauxhall. But what I would say is that Vauxhall Astra have improved the inside sufficiently to level peg with the Ford Focus. Not smash it to pieces and obliterate it, but level peg, I'd say. Room in the back in the Focus is actually alright. I've got plenty of room here, and that's my actual driving position. Got plenty of room from my head to the ceiling, and I've also got some storage options here and here, which is quite good. And also the door opens quite widely, so it's quite nice actually getting in here. You don't have to sort of break your back getting in. It's comfortable. I've got adjustable headrests, and yeah, what can I say? The Focus is no frills, no spills, but it's pretty comfortable. Right, so in the Astra, I'm actually got a little bit more room than I have in the Focus. I've got more leg room. I've got more room actually even with the sloped roof of the Astra, and the seats have got a little bit of a two-tone upholstery to them, which again aesthetically pleasing. And I've got the same sort of storage options that I have. Maybe the door bin is a little bit smaller. It's a bit of an odd shape. I don't know what I could fit in there other than maybe a pack of crisps and a chocolate bar. But other than that, I'm pretty happy here. I've got plenty of room, and this is because Astra seem to have managed the inside of the car a lot better than the outgoing model. And on this, on the back seat space, and as a passenger in the back seat, I'd say I'm a little bit happier than I am in the Focus. So again, Astra have improved it to beat the Focus. The boot space is the only bit worth reviewing. Right, it's a really big boot actually, a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's got this really sort of ridged flooring. Now I'm told that's because it stops stuff floating around in the back or rolling around in the back. I'm not too sure if that's true, but that's what the book says. You can take this off and it hasn't got a space to store it, so unfortunately it has to go down there. But the beauty of it is, look, you can put it down from the back. Oh no! Oh no! Look at that! Look at that ridge! That's ridiculous. And there's load level. I mean, it's not flat. Look at that. So you have to lift it in. Oh, Astra! It could have been so much better. Over to the Focus boot. It is pretty standard fare. We've got a spare tyre under there, so there's no sort of storage under there. I'd say the Astra has a deeper boot. This has a pretty standard boot. The good news is we can put the seats down from the back, so we don't have to go around the back, and you can see it is flat because we can pull up the seats there and it loads flat. Look at that. That's flatter than most beds in there, to be fair, and that's all because you can pull the seats out. Now, you cannot do that in the Astra, so in terms of load space, Focus takes it. Oh, Astra. The Ford Focus drives as smooth as a Ford Focus. The 1 litre engine gives out 124 brake horsepower, and it really is a great engine. Those of you who have watched my videos before, you know I'm a massive fan of the downsizing that Ford have done with their 1 litre EcoBoost engines. The Astra, now, does it beat the Focus? Well, this is the 1.6 litre diesel engine, and it gives out around about 108 brake horsepower. So not as much power, and unfortunately it does show when you put your foot down. There's not as much performance as I thought from the 1.6 diesel. There is a little bit of lag when you put your foot down as well, and this is the same in the new VXR model, and unfortunately it's still the same in this one. The good thing that Astra have done is they've made their car look a lot nicer and feel a lot nicer on the inside. The suspension and the ride is a little uncomfortable at times, and the 1.6 litre diesel performance isn't as impressive as the Focus. Has the new look Astra beaten the reliable Focus in all-round car package? I guess it's getting closer, but Ford are still a little better for me. Oh, and they have gone and made a new Focus now as well. So come on Vauxhall, over to you. What have you got next?